Y'all know what I'm about to do. Look, they got the game all fucked up. They claiming they Jordan 1s are wearing dunks. That's not a sneak diss at Travis Scott. But if my pen, my sword, we in Camelot. Yeah, me and my niggas at the round table with hairpin triggers and giving out halos. Go ahead and play Master Chief. We don't hesitate to squeeze if we having beef. We paint the streets with your blood and make a masterpiece. There's no limit, I see murder like Master P. And the cypher, fuck who rap after me. You said you got the game like I got the master key. And stop backing like it didn't happen. Like Venice season 1 was a fucking classic. Yeah, and now I'm going on my 4th season. I'm scoring like Steph Curry, who playing defense. I told us how to mix my vocals down. In the car with AR pistols is how I roll around. Yeah, and the pole got a drum, nigga. I knock you off the Atlas, don't be dumb, nigga. I know you sipping your Hennessy and you drunk, nigga. But this FN57 I will dump in you. I got niggas salty, it ain't all sweet. If nobody died, how we got beef? Yeah, I rep Flint, I'm a street nigga. You said you grew up like me, you just pretended. I screwed a can on the blicks, let's prefix it. The blick I have him in the sky, like he blitzing. Who wanna play Rudolph, the red dot and make your nose red before you shot? Yeah, I got shooters on retainer. The Glock candle plastic, but the slide made of stainless. And I could be a role model if I had patience. But welcome you to the next level like playing Sega. That was when the bitch was like 32. I do you dirty when the trigger on my 30 move. I got a stick full of ball heads, a green light on my ops till they all dead. Yeah, gotta love it, you gotta love it. 6 feet under earth, what I put you under. A dirt nap is forever, that's a long slumber. I write my music in winter so I can own summer. Who wanted me to rap God? Take my phone number. I got the Draco on waistband, come on, run up. Before I recorded, I used to pray to make it. Then I made it in the game and don't wanna be famous. Yeah, but this the life that I asked for. To be #1 for writing raps, dog. And I don't wanna make the Forbes list. I wanna earn quiet money by the foreign whip. You know something exotic that you can't pronounce. And buy a house on the island where I can't be found. I'm a product of my city, I made it out. I tiptoed out the ghetto, never made a sound. They said life a bitch, I'ma take it out. I was getting knocking Ellie, you was making out. 10 bands for the verses, what I'm making now. Half up front and the other after I lay it down. Yeah, I've been fired since my rebranding. It got me counting dinero, but I ain't speaking Spanish. My team life going the way that we planned it. Why you niggas is barely eating, you seem famished. And I'm blacking out for no reason. And I don't care if I can't buy it, I'll still lease it. I got the gunmetal gray Escalade sliding through my city like a skater on the escapades. To celebrate the tour, I just set some dates. I had the flights booked before I left the plane. I'm in the plane, Jane rolling, now I'm being extra. You might see me in a Chevy or the plaid Tesla. Either way, I never ride stock motor. And I don't ride fishbowl since I got older. Yeah, young nigga from the city. You gotta love it. Yeah, you gotta love it. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Yeah, young nigga from the city. You gotta love it. Yeah, you gotta love it. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Right.
Set the tone. Yeah. Fresh new year, fresh night, yeah. Walk with a bop like I really don't care. I don't care. Blows the shit, scorching, I'm lit. In the plain white tee, got immaculate drip. Cut from a different cloth like I'm shopping at Kip. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast. I go by Kash, aka Exec P. This is a bonus episode. This is long overdue. This week, we have another monster on the mic, man. I've been trying to get this man on, scheduling conflicts, going back and forth, but we've been, working and DMing and stuff like that behind the scenes. I've been following his movement and everything he's doing and all the things that, how he's leveling up. I've seen it come across, and it's been amazing to watch. But today, you guys get to see what we talking about, get to know the man that, behind the mic, man. REIN. Flip Michigan's own. Welcome to the couch, my man. Welcome to the couch, man. How you feeling?
What up? I feel good, bro.
All right, all right, man. So, like we always do it, man. It's time we let the people know who you are, where you're from, what you're about.
Man, I'm just I'm a Midwesterner. I'm from Flint, Michigan. You know, um, probably want to say we're the gun capital, but that's probably we don't really need to say that, but it's probably what it is. But I'm a Midwesterner, bro. Blue collar society. That's where I'm from. Work hard and grind. That's it.
For sure. All right, man. Well, we could stay right there, because that's what made you, right? That's the city you come from.
Oh,
You know what I mean? That's what made you. Um, with your music and everything like that, how has kind of coming up in Flint, Michigan, shaped what you've done musically thus far?
Um, musically, I think that it gives me the background and the aesthetics for what I talk about. So I always talk about things I've experienced firsthand or people that's really close to me. I can tell their stories because we talk about it so much. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is, bro. I just whatever comes through my lenses, I project back out and put on the canvas.
Got you. So being from Flint, man, musically, I know I asked that question, but just as a man, how has it shaped you? You know what I mean? With everything that's gone on. Yeah, we've seen the documentaries in terms of what's been happening with the water there. Yeah, we've seen things in terms of Detroit and the violence and just
Hmm.
Michigan as a whole. You know what I mean? Which Detroit isn't too far from Flint and stuff like
Yeah.
that. How has that shaped you as a man?
Um, it gave me a hard exterior. Like I got a hard exterior, so I'm not super friendly when you meet me on the exterior. Most people when they meet me, they be like, "Why you look like you in a bad mood when I walk up on you?" But I'm not that way. I'm super cool, laid back, and nonchalant. I play the cut, but it 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 makes you that way because you never know what you about to run into when you just on your day to day. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, yeah. Coming up in Michigan, man, who were some of your influences just in in your city, in your state, in terms of your rap style, people you took different things from and made your own?
Um, my favorite rapper from Michigan, probably was Ira Dorsey from the Dayton family. Him and Shoestring, but probably more so Ira Dorsey. I really fuck with ID and his just what he was talking about or whatever. But I didn't take his style. Like most people from Flint went with that style because that's what popped and what worked for them. So they went with it. But me, I kind of just went in my own lane. I didn't want to sound like him.
Who would you what would you say you sound like now today in terms of if somebody was to say, give me that elevator speech, what are you about? What's your sound?
um, I'm multifaceted, so I think Prodigy from Mob Deep is a big influence on me. Just the rawness and how he delivered it, and the like he don't rap in proper English. You know what I'm saying? So he uses like slang in a certain way. So I definitely took that from Prodigy. I would say with the metaphors and stuff, it's probably a lot of Jadakiss influence, a lot of Cassidy influence, a lot of Fabulous influence. But the way that I deliver the record is probably I tell people I probably got that from like Jay, again Fabulous or something like that. But the other day somebody told me that I was like they remind I remind them of like a Nas type rapper, but
Oh,
just with
okay.
more punchlines. And I never made that correlation. But now when I think about it, Nas tell dope stories in his rap, and I tell stories when I rap. I try to lead you somewhere. I want to take your mind someplace when I rhyme.
Yeah, I can definitely hear the influences and some of those guys that you mentioned in terms
Okay.
of how you're trying to make songs, the hooks
Yeah.
in your songs. You know, I get
Definitely the
those.
hooks.
Yeah, the hooks, not overly complicated because you want that call and response, right? You want a
Yeah,
hook that somebody can remember. You don't want to be the
for
rapper
sure.
hook guy where you rap through the hook and not necessarily when
Yeah.
you're doing a show. That don't
My
go over well.
my hooks are super simple. Now I gotta I probably shouldn't get a formula up, but when I do hooks, especially like a radio joint, or just when I'm just doing hook in general, I do a hook that's super simple. So I do a hook and I play it in the car, and my daughter or my son, if I play the hook and they still talking and playing in the back of the car, that probably ain't the hook. But if they start nodding their head and they hear it the first time and they come back around and they can sing it, they let me know. I
I feel you.
that
My kids are my A&Rs too.
yeah, yeah. Here's my
My-
A&R, bro. I'm gonna have to give them a check. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm gonna have to
yeah.
give them the big.
For sure, man. Beat I get the same thing. Beat making. If my 16-year-old comes in here and he's nodding his head a little bit more than he normally do, I'm like, all right, I might got one.
Yeah,
Or the raps, I may got one because he's a tough critic, man. But I want the people to hear for themselves, man. Let's get into your latest project, Kalashnikov with Lil Drug Store. Wish he could be here. Wish we made the time for him to be here because I typically like
right.
to have everybody
Yeah,
that's a part of these projects on at the same time. So, but let's
okay.
give him some of um that hook making ability, man. I like this first song, man. Respect the Blicks, man. Like
Let's
I've been
go.
having that on repeat since I've been doing my
Yeah,
research. So let's get to it.
let's get it.
Hey, Sto, you ready? I know you ready, man. Let's get him. Hey, hey, you niggas better learn to respect the shooter. Respect the shooter. You niggas better learn to respect the shooter. I'm from the Midwest, say man. You can fight a nigga who boxing. Clip full of these rockets. Pull up on you in traffic through the driver's side of your cockpit. Rain play with that heavy metal, get stumped out in my mosh pit. Red dot on my info, that EOTech, my new optic. Talon grips on my pistol, you get pistol whip, you keep talking. I pop out in that screen mask, get killed fast in that apartment. Hollow tips of my larkin, you'll die right after I spark it. Bullets travel at light speed, leave a light trail when it's darkened.
Welcome to Detroit. Russ pistol holding that gun smoke. My young dog.
Lil
a
Drug
shooter.
Store.
You bet not leave that
Shout out to
nigga
him.
open. Bread on his head. Bet not catch that nigga
Better coach
loafing. Drugstore drop classics. Believe me, every hit is potent. Wet 'em up, super soak 'em. Out of control, can't control 'em. Smoking aces, nigga. Drugstore ain't never fold. I ain't gotta say shit. The blicker crowd mover. Fuck that loud talk, nigga.
All right, all right, all right. If y'all want to hear the rest,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
buy Kalashnikov, the EP. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Go support that.
For sure, for sure. Before we continue, make sure if y'all rocking with this podcast so far, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, share, make sure you do all those things. Make sure you go to our social media at don't sleep _net. Follow us right there. You'll get all the updates. You'll get all the chatter on Twitter and Instagram. Rain, give them your IG and where they can find you real quick while we into it.
My IG is simple. It's at REIN REIN_IZ_AMI.
All right, all right,
Easy.
all right. So this ain't the first time you guys have collabed in terms of a song, but like you're on he's on the whole project with you, man. What
Yeah,
made this kind of
yeah.
like the inevitable thing for you guys to do?
So our story is crazy. My guy from Detroit Rail, Mud Talk Rail. I was going to their studio sessions because they was working on a new project they just dropped Friday. It's called Mud Talk. They're
Want
from
to talk? Go
Detroit.
ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was in the studio with them, just working, being me. Sometimes I don't have to write a record. Sometimes I just bring the entertainment or the vibe. So when I pulled up, Stowe was in the studio, but he was sitting over in the corner. I didn't even know he rapped. All the rappers was up. So when I went there that day, I thought that they was gonna be like battling and freestyling and stuff. So I went with the chip on the shoulder. I'm like, yeah, I'm out here like the shark. I'm about to eat anybody who want to rap. I went like that. But when I
Right.
got there, that wasn't the environment. It was more like laid back, people
Right.
smoking, drinking, this and they vibe. So they was they was doing a little, studio session. That was pulling up beats, and then Rail was like, "Yo, I want you to get on this record." And I looked, and I was like, "Homie over here, he about to rap." So everybody else is talking or whatever, but I'm a studio rat, so I want to see what somebody about to do. And they got the clear glass booth. Drugstore went in that joint, bro. One take, laid his verse on some smooth, like on some smooth Snoop Dogg type shit when he did his thing. Soon as he came out the studio, I said, "Yo, give me a number, bro. We gotta work." And we ended up doing shell casings like maybe about 2 months later. And once we did that, the response from shell casings that was on the pandemic too, that was so crazy. Everybody was like, "Yo, y'all should do something." So that's how we ended up doing Kalashnikov. Like I was like, "Yo, let's do an EP or something, just see if people can accept us rhyming together." So that's how the whole Kalashnikov came about.
All right, let's stick with it, man. Let's get the
Yeah,
shell
yeah.
casings. Let's get the shell casings. When we talk about it, we gotta play it.
Yeah,
We
this
talk about
record
it, we
dope,
gotta
bro.
play
This
it.
record dope. Hey,
All
yo,
right,
this beat was made by Aesthetic. That's one of RJ Payne's producers, one of
fire.
Corey Gunn's producers. Aesthetic did this beat. When I heard it, I said, "Yo, I need that." And he was like, "Somebody else want the record?" I was like, "Bro, I need this one." And he was like, "All right, bro." And he shot it to me. And we did it.
Yeah. Fun
All
fact:
right. Yeah.
I got one with aesthetic on my first project, late arrival.
Hey,
So
bro, Aesthetic different with the
he
beats,
he
man.
he fired, man. Like all that
You
energy he do on the gram. Nah, he back it
yeah,
up with them beats.
okay. Okay, so my favorite part about a beat from Aesthetic, you gonna get the dope sample or the dope melody or whatever he gonna do, but I'm always excited for when them drums drop. He got
Yeah,
some of the hardest hitting drums. He probably still on the MPC 2000. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
No,
2500.
it's not. No, his setup is not crazy. His setup is very basic. You know what I mean? Like,
But
but
it's
he know what he
dope.
doing with that setup.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah. He
mean?
know what he
Yeah,
doing with that thing, bro. When he be hitting them, when he be programming and doing his thing, I'm
yeah,
like, yeah, I need those.
yeah. I
We
can't even
supposed to
be
be doing a
mad at.
project together.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. We'll talk about the ear for beats and stuff like that. I'll save that question
Yeah.
for later, man. But let's get into shell
Okay.
casings featuring Lil Drugstore.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. You know I had to bring a certified G with me. Stow it up. Let's get 'em. Don't make me cut you down with this Mac 90. Right in front of your daughter, homie, I'm that grimy. Them 7.62s got wood stocks heavy. Listen, at an adolescent, I will lift the hammer and nail you to a cross like a Christian. And quick walk all across your grave in my Christian lose. Spike toes, I will not lose. I'm ravish and mannish, I resemble Rick Rude. I say I got the force, not a Ric Flair move. Rain, all I make is gangsta music. Straight gangsta music. I'm giving niggas chronic smoke. 30 out the nozzle while I let them go. All I make is gangsta music. Straight gangsta music. Who want the chronic smoke? 30 out the nozzle while I let them go.
Hey
paint a picture, my shit more like a scripture. Money a motherfucker, send your own mans to hit ya. Had to cut the grass so I could see the snake slither. Drugstore shooter, pull up like Reggie Miller. Stole spit that dope shit, my nigga. Meet the dealer, shit deeper than rap. Gon' have to kill me a nigga. Flow like a river, so cold it make them shiver. Bring death to your doorstep, nigga, I deliver. Nigga, this me. I reply back with triggers. Y'all ain't dropping shit for real, y'all just some rap killers. Come on, been sick with this shit, nigga, I'm the illest. 10 toes down.
I appreciate that Matrix, man. He said the sound cut out. We still good? We still good? Y'all let me know. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Let me know if we still good, if we still good. Hopefully YouTube ain't take us down. Hopefully they ain't take us down, man. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. It look like we still on live.
Yeah, my sound didn't cut out. I was good.
Nah, I think it cut out in terms of the live for playing the music. Damn it, man.
Yeah, you said we play the music, it be tripping sometimes.
Yeah. It's all good. Are we good? We good? Thumbs up, we good? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still live. All right, bet. So, all right, so the pandemic, man. Let's get into that project before we're gonna hop back and forth into projects because those are the latest two joints. If you want to deep dive, you like something that you hear from REIN, go deep dive his old albums. But we're gonna talk about the most recent ones, man. So, tell the people a little bit about the Quill, the pandemic, the surrounding it, what it's about, and kind of what you writing having COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So so you heard that in the song "The Pandemic." So
Yeah, do my research, man. Do my research,
yeah.
man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first Quill is like Quill 1. That started just I got up one day and I was like, I want to rap and I want to put some music out. And I was waiting on Venet season 4 to get mixed. It was taking a minute, but I knew like people who support my music want to hear from me. So I was like, I need to do some music right now. So I hit up every dope producer that I know, and I was like, I'm gonna just rhyme. So as it was sending me beats, I just rhymed over them, and then, we was that like 8 songs on that one. I did that album in 24 hours. All the feature verses from RJ Payne, Mickey Fax, JR, they all got back to me within 24 hours, and I put that out. So I didn't want to think about nothing. I wasn't trying to be radio friendly. I just wanted to just rap. So the quill, which if people don't know what that is, that's the quill and ink. That's what our forefathers signed the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution with. So when you use that quill, it means something. So I called it the quill because I just wanted to get them bars out there. So quill 1 got done. I was only gonna do one of those. People was like, yo, we need a quill 2. But I couldn't figure out how to even come about that. But when we was locked down in the pandemic, I was like, yo, I can't go nowhere. I can't get out the house. I'm I'm messed up mentally. You can't go to the store. You got to wear this mask all the time. So I was like, all right, maybe I should start working on some music. And I was like, I'm gonna start looking for beats. The next day when I got up, start opening up my email, I was asking for beats. I end up like kind of coughing a little bit, like, damn, why am I coughing? Cough progressed a little bit more, and I was like, damn, I don't feel good. So my girl was like, you need to go to the doctor. I go doctor, they're like, you got COVID. But this is at the time at the height when everybody dying from it.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, damn, I don't want to die from it. And not to mention, I had just recently collabed with Fred the Godson,
Yeah.
and he had passed away
Rest in
from
peace to
COVID.
him, man.
And
Yeah.
I probably got one of his last verses that he did. Because matter of fact, when he rapped on that joint, if you listen to him, he's a little bit nasally. And I still got the text message in my phone. He was like, "Yo, my bad, King. I ain't feeling good. This, that, and the third. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the verse for you." And he did it. He wasn't even feeling good. So fast forward, I'm like, all right, I I got to figure out something to do. and they were saying like, um, all the stuff I was reading, there was like, keep your lungs clear, like keep the fluid out your lungs. So I just said, yo, I'm gonna plug the mic in at the crib and just rap because that's a good way to exercise breath control and everything like that. So that's why I did the pandemic. Just I was really doing it to just keep my spirits up and to try to keep my lungs clear, and that's how we got Quill 2, the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was.
Dope story, man.
Dope,
The
dope.
collaborations, that's crazy, man. I had COVID too, and it sat
Yeah,
me down. I
it's
wasn't able
crazy.
to make a EP, a album, or nothing like that. I was
Hmm.
out of commission for sure.
I
But yeah,
still feel effects from it. I still feel
same,
still
same,
feel effects from it.
same.
Like
When I run, exercise, anything like
I was
that,
gonna
like
say that I'm always fatigued. It don't matter what I'm doing.
short of
Like I
breath.
always feel I'm not short of breath, but I always feel like fatigue. Like I go hard in the gym, and I'm not back where I'm about 80% now. But mentally, it be fucking me up when I be in the gym because I know what I can do, but I'm still not there yet.
Yeah, for me, it's the cardio. Like I used to be able to
Yeah.
still do the rec league stuff and stuff like that. Now it's just like just to keep me good. You know, I'll run my 5 miles and just kind of keep it there. You know what I mean? I don't over compensate at all. You know what I mean? Just because I be short of breath and just whenever I do get sick
Hmm.
now, it just feels like it intensifies a little bit more. Based on
Yeah.
that, man. So it's crazy, and that's with getting the shots and all that, man. So, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother
Right.
story
Yeah.
we could get into, man. So you mentioned features with Mickey Fax, Fred the
Yeah.
Godson, Jr.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
have relationships with some of these guys, or is just like you just kind of have a affinity for what they do with the pen?
No, all those my guys, bro. I just talked to JR earlier. Just I tap in with him. I can call Mickey right now. It's like I do songs with people who I really love their music, but I also want to like know them as a person or whatever. So I build a rapport behind the music with them. So we get up on a regular.
Same, yeah, same here, man. It always feels better. I was saying this a podcast or two ago where somebody was like, "Yo, it always feels better when you, whatever your team you running with, or just people that's kind of like minded. When you work together with them, it always feels
Hmm.
good at the end when y'all make something that's brilliant that works out for everybody involved. So definitely like
Hmm.
that synergy, man. Staying in that same vein, man. You've maybe last year or two, you popped up in Heaven Studios. Kid Vicious.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, one of my favorite guys, Royce the 5'9". A lot, a
Hmm.
lot of that. Like, can you kind of give us that relationship? What are you doing there? Recording there? Is there anything to work
So
with Heaven Studios in the future, or Royce and those guys in the future?
so for me, that's crazy. So imagine I don't know who your favorite rapper is, but one of my favorite rappers, top three, is Royce the 5'9", and I'm watching him how he moving, how he did everything that he did, and I'm telling everybody, hey yo, I'm gonna get close to Royce. He gonna know who I am. He gonna know what I do. We're gonna probably do some music together. Everybody looking at me like crazy, like man, this dude 10 times platinum. He done did this stuff with Eminem. He done sold out this, that, and the third. You ain't gonna get next to Royce. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get there. Watch me. My grind is gonna get me there. So for me, going up to heaven is kind of like a out of body experience because I got to be next to one of the elite pens in the game. That is undisputed, bro. Royce got one of the most elite pens in the game. I don't care who you want to put his pen next to, he got it. So, um, just being able to go up there and meet and talk to him and sit down and he know who I am and everything like that. For me, I feel like I won that heavyweight championship belt. You know what I mean? So if I don't go no further than this, I feel like I made it just from doing that.
For sure, that's facts, man. Because again, I'll make a joke here. He checks a lot of boxes, right? And and
Yeah.
just seeing you,
Yeah. He checking boxes.
he checks in boxes, and seeing you there and doing your thing, and just because when I first heard of you, I think it was either the Mickey Fax song you were promoting and or the JR connection. So at the time,
Might have been that. Yeah.
it might have been one of
Okay.
the two, where I was like, JR was not doing a lot of features, but he was doing some features, and I rocked with his
Mm-hmm.
music as a fan. So I'm like, okay, he's kind of
Mm-hmm.
picky and choosy with who he works with. So let me check him out, and then from there, I followed you, and then we could kind of just started, chatting and keeping in touch here and there. You know what I
So
mean? So that's
so you
kind of
know what
how
the
I got to know
crazy
you.
like all right, so a little backstory. Remember when they was kind of like going back and forth with all the little shit was
Yeah,
going on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
with okay, so at the time I had just got a record with Mickey Fax. I had just got a record with RJ Payne. Me and Ransom spoke through DM about doing something. And then I'm like, I probably can get this joint with Royce. So that's like juggernauts of lyricism.
Yeah,
I like,
yeah,
yo, I'm about to pull this. I'm about to pull this off. I'm about to do something.
yeah. Right, right,
Ain't
right.
nobody got a record with these guys grouped together. But they went through what they went through, and I was at a stalemate. So I just played the neutral position because I knew Mickey Fax first. I met him in Atlanta years ago. Um, RJ Payne. I met RJ Payne. I was on him when he probably didn't have what 200 people liking his videos when he's
Mm,
rapping in the car. In between shifts at Target when he's working at
right.
Target. That's how I know RJ. And from there, I met his producer, PA Dre, and Vet Tracks. So that's how I got that connection with him. And when it come to the Royce, um, I met Royce through um through Vicious, because I've been cool with Vicious years ago. Me and Vicious been cool like I want to say like maybe 8 years ago, maybe 10.
Okay.
We met on Twitter, and I'm so I don't pay a lot of things attention. I heard Vicious spit on this one record. I'm like, this nigga dope. He from Detroit. Okay. I want to do some music with him. So I was going after Vicious to get verses from him. Then I realized, oh, you Royce brother. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Well, that makes sense. That's why you lethal like that on the mic. All right, cool. So me and Vicious would just go back and forth on Twitter a lot and do text messages on the phone, but we had never met. And then I was online one day and I seen this dude pop up. He did a video and it was super dope, super Detroit. I was like, this nigga dope. Like, I want to do some music with you because I don't care. You don't gotta have a biggest following. If I like your music, I'm gonna reach out. And
Yeah, it's
it was
quality
Al
over
Kufu.
quality over the
Yeah, yeah,
name with you. Yeah.
yeah. So it was Al Kufu. So I hit him up first about the video, like the quality of the video. I'm like, who did the video? Who did this? He was like, oh, this my man. He did this, that, whatever. So he gave me all the information. And then I was like, man, we should just do a record together. And he was like, bet. So we did on Venice 3, we did the song what is it, City damn. Uh, it's a record we did on Venice 3 and I'm brain fart right now, but
Don't
we
worry,
did
I
the
got
record
you. I got you. Go ahead.
City was it City Life. We did City Life. And um we did I shot him the open verse and he shot it right back to me the next day. I'm like, okay. So when we did that, I was like, bet, let's let's do the video. So he was like, bet, because his name was at the time his at was Living Wealthy. So I did not know he was Kid Vicious brother and Royce's brother. That he their little brother. I did not know this at the time. So I like, yo, let's do the video. So I had the video cameraman and everything pull up. So when he pulled up and he hopped out the truck, Vicious popped out. I was like, what? Y'all brothers? He was like, yeah, and he brought me some. It was during the pandemic. He brought me some heaven mask and all that, which I still got right now. I never wore them. I just kept them for memorabilia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Vicious popped out, and we did the video. Vicious in the video, and from there, Vicious was like, "Yo, I need you to come up to heaven. We're gonna be doing some ciphers and stuff. Just, pull up." From there, that's how the connection made it. So I got the key to heaven, if I want to say
Ah,
that.
got you, got you. What's the
Yeah.
energy like in there? I know you mentioned I've seen some of Kid Vicious lives in terms of
hmm
just having people call in and freestyle and stuff like that. What's the atmosphere like in there in terms of just making music and creativity?
For me, every time I go up there, it's super chill, super laid back. I was just there yesterday. Um, it's just it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not always about music. Like yesterday, I pulled up. We didn't even do music. We just kicked it, talk, conversation, and just it's like a family atmosphere. I got to meet Royce and I got to meet they mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? Because Vicious had his kids up there, so they came and got him. I got to meet him, and I'm just kicking it. It wasn't on no music stuff. It's just for me, it's like a family atmosphere, and that's what I love about it.
Nice. So what do you you know have in store for 2023? You know what I mean? You just put out this project here recently, the Kalashnikov with LIL Drug
Yeah,
Store.
yeah.
You had your project last year. What are some goals that you're trying to reach in 2023?
Next coming up, I got a collab. It was supposed to be an EP, but we kept rhyming back and forth. Um, it's a collab EP called Guillotine. That's with me and City the Great. That's one of the aliens. He dope. So we got that coming out. Um, After that, my plan is to put out Vintage 4 and then Quill 3. And I also working on the Book of Rain, which is inspired by Ryan Montgomery, the Book of Ryan. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I got coming up next. And I got multiple albums. I work on multiple things at one time. So, um right now I probably have 4 or 5 albums completed and done.
Okay, I'm always interested to see, with all those things that you have going on, do you do any of the other things? Do you do production? Do you do artwork? I mean, are you
Yeah.
just one of those Swiss Army knives where you get in where you fit in, wherever you need it?
Uh, so every album cover you ever seen from me, I made them. Most of all the artwork you see on my freestyles, except recently for the 6 p.m. in Flint, I've done all my cover art for that. Uh, I make beats. I probably I tap sample, so maybe 80-90% of most of the beats you heard I've made myself or I had a hand in it. But every single beat that you have ever heard me rap on, I have put my hand on it. I've touched it up. I've moved drums around. I've made drops. I've did this. Even though the producer made the beat, I don't want the credit for it. I just know what I need to have the beat do when I rhyme over it. So 100% of every beat you ever heard me rap on, and 100% of every beat you will hear me rap on, I'm going to touch it up because I know what I needed to do when I rap. Not saying I'm producing it, I'm not programming it, I'm not writing the music, but I needed to do what I needed to do. I just have the ear for it.
That's production too. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't
Yeah,
want to give it credit for it because you're not mashing the buttons or doing anything like
yeah.
that. But I mean, I get what
Okay,
you're saying
so
though.
I'll give you an example. Me and Matrix make a beat. Sometimes he'll call me up. He'll be like, yo, I got something. I'll be like, all right, let me hear it. I hear it. It'll look like in my head, it's all pushed together like a puzzle. I separate it and turn it into a track. Okay, I'm actually producing it then. Sometimes he'll call me up. He'll be like, yo, check this out. I'll listen to it. And I'll be like, bro, you don't need to do nothing with that. Maybe move the snare over to the left, but that's it. And then I rhyme over that. So Just because I moved the snare to the left, I'm not taking production credit
Gotcha.
because
I
he
feel you.
already
Yeah.
did the beat. I mean, I could technically I could because I touched the beat. I don't care about that, bro. Go eat. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and it matters too as much as and I'm not trying to downplay anybody that does this music on an independent scene, but when you get money together with your brothers or people that you respect, you do
yeah,
things like that. You know what I mean? You want them to
yeah,
get all the shine for the beat. The same way if you were rapping, if somebody said, you doing too much with that hook, man, just take that out and just repeat
yeah.
that same thing right there. You know what I mean?
And me personally, I'm a minimalist, so
Mm, okay,
I
talk
don't
about it.
like a bunch of stuff. I'm a minimalist. I rap over a lot of tracks with no drums. I'm a minimalist. Like the less for me is better. If somebody, any producer that want to get a beat to me and they want to get my ear, I like pianos. I like guitars, especially heavy metal guitars. And if you can make it rock without drums, we good. And then when you add the drums in it, that's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's the extra sauce on it.
Okay. All right. So,
Hmm.
we're doing all of that, man. And this is maybe me just asking you the question because I struggle with the same thing. Do you find yourself in too many different places at times? You know what I mean? How do you balance that out in terms of just focus on
Um,
the thing, which is the actual music of it all, which is the raps. You know what I mean? Like that's to me, that's like the main thing. Of course, the production goes hand in hand, but how do you balance all of that out? The videos you
um,
got to do and all that other stuff.
nah, when it come, I mean, this is what I signed up for. When it come to making the music, and anybody that has ever worked with me in the studio or um, over the internet, my process is fast. I I for me, I don't like to write my lyrics down. And I know that's the big thing everybody's doing right now. I don't like to write my lyrics down. I may have some ideas in my head, but I just go to the studio and go. If I was to write a whole verse down when I go to the studio, Matrix will tell you, I'm gonna change it when I get on the mic. It just I don't want to read it. Now I will have ideas in my head. I will have if it's a 16 bar verse, I have four subjects I want to talk about, and I just paint them in when I get there. That's just my recording process. I record fast. So if I like the beat, if I tell you I'm gonna do it, I'm back on it. Any one of the producers I work with, 88 Blessed Beats, This Is Hip Hop, Gerard Hinton, Prentice Brown, Matrix, any of them will tell you. Aesthetic, what's my other guy? He went by Nomads, but now he's going by Aries Earth. They'll tell you once I tell them I like the beat, I'll tell you I'm gonna do the beat right now. I book some studio time and I'm gonna do it right then. So um that process is that the I know I'm getting away from the question, but the other facets of it, I think what what slows me down is just normal day to day life because
Life.
I'm a dad at the end of the day. I'm a dad. I got to make sure everything happen. That'll slow me down before the music slow me down. You know what I'm saying? I got to take care of my kids. I got to make sure everything's going. Once they good, I'm back on the music. I can do music. Somebody can send me a verse right now. If I like the beat, I had a verse back to them in 20 minutes.
Mm. From a human standpoint, man, how is the support system at the crib? You know what I mean, in terms of making the music and all the time that you have to spend away from the crib to kind of make it a lifestyle that you can eat off of.
I mean, you know it. You probably know it as well. It's hard. It's hard because I was talking to Royce about it one day. People be around you, but if you don't if you don't achieve what they think you should achieve in the time that they think you should achieve it, now they done moved on. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know what's next for you. You don't know what God's plan is for you. So you just gotta stick with it.
Okay. So if there was one song that could because we were talking earlier before we hopped on in terms of just how you have more heartfelt stuff on
Hmm.
um the vintage series. You know what I mean? If there was one song out of that entire discography to where it was like, all right, go point to that. That's where you will get rain. What song would that be?
A heartfelt song, sheesh, bruh. It'd probably be something that's unreleased.
Okay.
Um, yeah, man, I don't know, bro, cause I dive in different pockets all the time. I couldn't even tell you.
Okay. Well, I wanna put one on that kind of resonated
I
with
think I know
me.
what you're gonna play. I think I
Well,
know
I'm
what you're gonna
I'm
play, but
going I'm
go
going
ahead,
back
go
to
ahead.
one of the freestyles from the pandemic. I'm going to the I Got You freestyle. You know what I mean? I
Okay,
think that one was just you giving. I kind of learned a lot about you in that freestyle. So I'm gonna give
yeah,
it. I'm gonna play that for real quick.
let's go.
Let me see what I got for this. Little freestyle shit. Look, floor seats at the Pistons game. That's a light flex to let you know I'm getting changed. Niggas hypnotized with hatred, gotta move different. Cause most rappers get smoked in their own city. I had this weapon tucked before the level up. Red dot on my can, that's not a 7-Up. Red dot on your head, I bet your melon bust. I told you multiple times, you go to heaven once. It's never in the trunk, it's on my waistband. 223s a fly, pair of Jordan Space Jams. When it come to the mic, I'm nice, I'm Mike Jordan. It's like I'm gliding from the stripe whenever I'm recording. I tried to listen to your album, but your rhymes are boring. You make songs about your life, you should've got aborted. Reply to your diss record, never, you not important. I drop money on your head, that can buy a Porsche. Spray the silencers from out the Tesla. Nobody heard a thing cause the car electric. In the club I got my knife in case you niggas extra. I paid the bouncer at the door to get in with my weapon. So be easy, I came to pop these ace bottles. Not to lay you down with 30 spraying out this nozzle, but I'll lay you down with hollows out this fully auto. I'll leave you slumped with your throat cut, sleepy hollow. I was up at 3 a.m. while you was sleeping, homie. I recorded the quill while you was sleeping on me. My rhyme book 100 proof. What you drinking, homie? I make you pray to my rap book. I'm Jesus, homie. She gon' still ride if you lease it, Brody. When she see the bees on them spokes creeping slowly. I'm the man and she ain't gotta tell me. She bring a friend and they both give me Acanelli. I've been living on the road, in and out them tellies. Benny Hanna to go. I got a chef in every city I go. You know I travel heavy. Big Draco give you wings like you Park Canary. Or like you just drunk a Red Bull. What's the procedure when my 40 is at your head, boy? You'll never set it off before the metal pop. You ain't Metal Gear Solid, you ain't special op.
Yeah, so that one came on earlier today, and I just was riding around, man, and I caught myself vibing out to that one. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So yeah, it definitely speaks to your ear for production, man. So with people that you haven't worked with so far, who are some people that you want to work with here in the near future?
Any of the goats, any of the greats,
All right.
Jay Z, Wayne, um, any of those guys, bro. But I'm I don't want to call us underground rappers, but I thrive in this area. This where I want to thrive at. So, um, I want to work with Ransom, 38 Special, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, Rock Marcy, uh, Ito, Flea Lord. Um, who else? I think Planet Asia.
Mm,
Uh, hmm Ty Ferris from Detroit.
okay.
I be talking to Ty. He
He's
know I'm on his
hard,
heels.
hard,
He
hard
he
worker,
know I'm on
man.
his heels.
He hard
Ty
worker,
Ferris.
man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ty be coming with it. Ty Ferris. Crime Apple. Um, Shay Nor. Uh, Love the Genius, Fever More. So, and I know I'm probably naming names that people don't not familiar with, but y'all should get familiar because everybody who I just named, they one of them ones. They dope. But if we go mainstream, who more people would know, um, I, I would do something with Chic Luch, Jadakiss, Styles. I'm just saying the locks.
The locks, yeah,
Um,
yeah, okay.
yeah, I would do something with West Philly Freck. I still like, bro. I do something with Red Cafe. I do some music with Beans. Uh,
Depending on the day, I mean, he never out of my personal top five, my personal
who
favorite top five beans.
go ahead. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Beans is crazy. If we go West Coast or down south, I do something with Paul Wall, Slim Thug, cause I can jump in that bag too. Um, I you know, bruh, I like to make music. At the end of the day, it break down the bars and hooks, and the way that I do my music, I can jump in the lane with anybody. You can't put me in a box. I mean, like you hear the freestyles, yeah, they gun bar heavy because I'm just getting your attention. But when you listen to an album from me, I talk about a full spectrum of stuff. But I also got one of the things I think separate me from everybody else. I never deliver a record the same way.
mm.
I don't have the same rap style on every song.
So you
You know what I'm
just
saying?
basically
So
let the beat dictate what you're gonna do to it, as opposed to
yeah, yeah.
staying in the pocket
Once
that you comfortable with.
Yeah, yeah. I rap out of pocket, and um even from that, just being up at heaven, watching like Vicious work, that nigga a monster. I don't know what people know about what he do, but I've watched him work. This dude a monster. And when I see him do his shit, I was I was telling him I don't want to be the best rapper in the room. Because if I'm the best rapper in the room, I can't grow. But
Mm.
I think the people who are being who I interact with at heaven, they're better than me. So I learn from them. So Vicious was like, yo, you should apply this. Maybe you should do this. You should try that. And I'm a sponge. I was like, all right. Very next record they heard from me, I did it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
and it
I,
sounds
I
like heaven is training camp, man. That's what it sounds. That's what it sounds
it can
like.
be, it can be, bro. It's some pins up there, man. It's some pins up there.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm likewise, man, like some of the stuff that you're doing, just feeling. Like music is a feeling to me, you know what I
It
mean?
is.
And really when you start recording by yourself, I was talking with my man Hype, another dope artist, in terms of just like, yo, you gotta
Mm,
get out more. We gotta be around people. You gotta record with like-minded people that kind of want to see you win, and that actually are really talented, because it'll push you to do something different every time you have an
yeah,
opportunity to be in a studio with somebody that you think
yeah.
is dope. You should
You
take one of
should.
their
You should.
attributes, apply it to yourself, you know what I mean? And that's
Still,
that's kind of my
still,
thing. I don't ever want
yeah,
to read
still
off
sharp
my
still.
phone again, ever.
Yeah, still sharp and still.
For sure, man.
I know, and and I'm gonna say it on what we talking now, but I even said to you, bro, send me an open verse.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, send me an open verse, bro. We gonna work.
It's happening. It's happening. It's happening,
Yeah,
man.
it's up. It's up.
For sure. Who are your, I'll put you on the spot, man. Who right now, personally, my
Here we
top
go.
five. Yeah, we go. My top five, top 10.
Here
You
we
got
go.
whatever
Here we
you
go.
want.
Here we
Whatever
go.
you want. Top who's your go to, no matter what day of the week, top five or top 10. Give it to me.
So, are we talking about the unmentionables who they just, they in their own lane? You
Not the
can't.
consensus, your personal list.
My personal top
Yeah.
five that I'm listening to right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sheesh. Uh, Let me go. I'm gonna pull my phone out. I'm gonna go to my Apple Music. 'Cause that's a loaded question, but I tell you who I'm listening to. Go to my library. Right now, my top five who I'm listening to, and I can show y'all. I don't know if they can see that.
Oh, yeah, there you go, right there.
Let me get it up in the screen. Wait, I gotta come over.
Gotcha. I see Mickey. I see
Yeah,
Jr. Is that Ito with
yeah,
the hand?
yep, yep.
Yeah.
So my top five right now, who I'm listening to is Mickey Fax, Ty Ferris, Jr., my dude out of Louisiana, Ferris Blusa, Shay Nor, and I went back. I'm listening to Boston George, Drug War 3. That's what I'm
Okay.
listening to right now. But that's just, that's what I'm locked into right now.
Got you. Got
But
you.
my top five, bro, is like I said, um, I'm a huge Mob Deep fan. So um I fuck anything Prodigy has ever put out. So Mob Deep is always in my top five. Jay-Z is always in my top. I work out a lot. Young Jeezy, Trap or Die is always in my top. Um, I'm from Michigan, so of course I got Royce and Eminem. And for me, Eminem and Royce are 1A and 1B. So meaning if you hold Eminem to this lyrically God level, right? You gotta put Royce right there next to him because they both can do the same shit. In my opinion, they both can do the same shit. Some people be like, "Oh, I can't relate to everything Eminem say." Well, Royce is saying shit you
Every
can relate
shit
to.
you can relate to. So
Yeah,
for sure.
and they both got the same lyrical ability. And that's just whatever. You're gonna debate that until the world don't exist no more. So they my 1A and 1B. Um
Who's A and B?
and
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask
I gotta say M gotta be A
that. Okay.
because I mean bro got multiple diamond records, 8 million times records, whatever. But that's politics in the machine and all that. So but lyrically I think they are on the same plateau. I think they're on the same playing field. Royce and Eminem. I think if you could Bad Meets Evil, when you listen to that project, you listen to
No
that,
drop off.
was
No
somebody
drop
getting
off.
smoked out the room?
Not at
What
all.
yeah, was when it went from verse to verse, did somebody get eight and couldn't compete? No, it was even.
Yeah.
So
Nobody
you
got
gotta go
walked
with that.
down. Nobody got walked down. I don't
No.
believe.
I
And
like that. I just started hearing that. No, yeah. No, nobody got walked down. DMX is like one of my favorite artists, bro.
rest in peace to
So
X, man. Yeah, for sure.
yes. So my top five is crazy. Um and it's not on there right now, but I did buy the new RJ Payne album. RJ Payne is in my top two. So
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. So, Rain, man, definitely you're gonna be on it at some point or another. Again, I'm sure of it. With whatever you release, man, we're gonna be more on time with the releases this time around. Next time around.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
for sure, man. It's been a pleasure. You know what I mean. I don't want to keep the people too long. You know what I'm saying. But we got more work to do offline and online, man. So, any last words for your supporters? Anybody out there that rock with the music?
Listen, I just appreciate you having me on the platform. Anybody that want to talk to me, I sit down and talk with anybody. You had the smallest platform or the biggest platform. If an artist want to reach out to me to do a song, I don't care if you got 2 followers or 2 million followers. If I like the music, I'm gonna do it. I'm about the art first and the culture first. That's what I'm about. I don't care about the numbers, none of that shit. So, um, with that said, man, I'm me, bro. I'm gonna keep doing this until I can't do it no more.
All right, y'all. So this is episode. Well, it's not episode one. Nothing. It's a bonus episode, man. I owe this to Rain, man. We kept going back and forth, like I said earlier. So this is the bonus episode. It'll be up on audio at some point very soon. So we will let you guys know. Definitely check us out at don't sleep underscore net for all updates. We'll always let you know there. Check us out on
Yeah.
patreon.com/DSC underscore podcast. You can catch us there. If you like what we doing, feel free to pay monthly. All this stuff costs money. Don't need it. But if you want to, feel free to help out, you know what I mean? Encourage the podcast to keep going. Definitely do so. You know what I mean? Rain, solid individual, man. I'll send him stuff often and he'll listen. He'll get to it in a timely manner and give some good
Yeah.
feedback.
I try.
So definitely respect that for sure, man. And likewise, anything you need from the podcast or whatever it is that I do, graphic art, whatever it is I could bring to the table, man. You got my line now, man. So I'm always available.
Yeah. Let's get it.
All right. Again, y'all check it
Yeah,
out. Check out the Quill Pandemic. Also, check out his past discography. Check out his current project with LIL Drug Store, Kalashnikov, and we out.